Southeast stakeholders settle for Anim-Oma State. Information gathered from participants at the meeting, which held at the residence of the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Benjamin Kalu, shows that the proposed state would comprise Anioma in Delta State, the old Olu zone in Imo State, and Ihiala local government in Anambra State, with Olu selected as the proposed capital. A meeting was held in the House of Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, known as Benjamin Kalu, to choose the states that they want for the Southeast. The Southeast stakeholders said that they want Anioma State, but that old Olu zone in Imo State and Ihiala local government in Anambra State should be part of Anioma State. Those zones in the Southeast that they want to add to Anioma State are part of Anim State. There are people in the Southeast agitating for a state called Anim State. So part of that Anim State was added to Anioma. That was why we got the name Anim-Oma State. That Oma is for Anioma people, Anim is for those Anim people. And the proposed capital for that Anim-Oma State is in Olu, not in Asaba. The reason why Southeast stakeholders said that the capital should be in Olu and for part of the Southeast to join Anioma is to secure the interest of the Southeast. The proposal and creation for a state is for the Southeast. The only state that will be created in Nigeria is for the Southeast. Only one state that they will create, no other state where they will create for the country. Only one state. And that slot now for Southeast. During the meeting, Senator Ned Nwoko agreed that Olu should take the capital, that they should join Anioma and become Anim-Oma, that all we care for is for us to get the states and join Southeast. The reason for that decision is because there are some evil politicians in Anioma that don't want Anioma State to be part of Southeast because of their selfish interest. Those politicians that don't want Anioma State to join the Southeast, they want Anioma State to be actualized and remain in the South. Not for any reason, but for their selfish interests. The proposal for state creation is not for South. South already have 6 states. Southeast have 5 states. Now, we want Anioma State to be created and zoned to the Southeast. The Southeast said that let Anioma State be created. But those politicians from Anioma are fighting it. The reason why these politicians are fighting it is because they don't want Senator Ned Nwoko to actualize Anioma State. Those politicians want to be the head of Anioma. They want make it be say, now them be the oga pata for this Anioma land. Those politicians are trying to frustrate our Southeast brothers to abandon Anioma State and focus on Adada or Etiti State. Those politicians, they don't even want Anioma State to be in the South. They are just using it as a tool to frustrate Senator Ned Nwoko so that Anioma State will not be created at all. Remember that the Asaba of Asaba said that he don't want any part of Southeast to be part of Anioma, that he wants only Anioma for Anioma. The reason why he said that is because he don't want any part of Southeast to join Anioma, so that if Anioma State is being actualized, they will zone it to South. And the Southeast will be left with no states. Some people will be saying, know how where they will take actualize Anioma State, keep them for South. Now Nigeria we there, anything can happen. Those evil politicians from Anioma that want Anioma State to be in the South, they are so desperate. They can do anything. They want us to get Anioma State to keep them for South. That's why our Southeast brothers decided to play the politics by doing everything possible to make sure that old Olu zone, Ihiala local government in Anambra State, joins that Anioma State, so that if we get that Anioma State, those thieves wey call themselves politicians for Anioma, wey want to make Anioma State dey for south, dem no go fit move the state keep for south again, because part of southeast don join am. So southeast play that politics to secure their interests. Those people wey no understand, make dem understand wetin dey happen now. Some of our brothers in Anioma say why they go carry capital go for low zone, why they go add part of southeast for the Anioma, shey na make we get Anioma State zone and go southeast. These reasons that I'm telling you is the reason why our southeast brothers said that part of southeast should be in this Anioma to make it Anim-Oma State. This information came from the palace of Asaba of Asaba. Asaba of Asaba also notified council about a meeting he had with the Asaba political class and Ndi Olizele on the proposed Anioma State. He stated clearly that information available to him is that the proponents are ready to sacrifice Asaba as capital for the southeast to agree on Anioma as its sixth state. Briefing the council further about resolutions reached at the meeting, Onwa Ahaba, Chief Peter Onwosanya stated, thus, number one, that it was resolved that we want Anioma State but not in the southeast. That they got reliable information that those behind the Anioma State agenda promised the southeast the capital. 3. That a publication will be made to register our displeasure and rejection of the idea. 4. That a press conference will be held immediately after the Asaba in council meeting to register our stand. 5. That a peaceful protest will be held by our youth on Monday, 1st of December 2025 by 8 a.m. starting from the Interboa roundabout. 6. That petition letters will be sent to the presidency, the Senate president, and the majority leader. This information came from the palace of Asaba of Asaba. Asaba of Asaba thought say he no want to make Anioma State join southeast as if na him be the king of Anioma. The Asaba of Asaba wants to be in the level of Obi of Onitsha. He wants to be in the level of Obi of Abo. He wants to be in the level of Oni of Ife. He wants to be in the level of Sultan of Sokoto. Asaba of Asaba should know that he is not the king of Anioma. He is just the king of that small community called Asaba. Asaba of Asaba knows very well that the creation of states is for the southeast to have an additional state, not for the south to have a state. The southeast are doing us a favor for us to get Anioma State as only to southeast, but because Asaba of Asaba they work with Okowa, he thought say you don't make Anioma State join southeast. Asaba of Asaba, tell us the reason why you don't make Anioma State join southeast. If you talk now, the Greta say, during the Biafra war, we were killed. How many people were killed in Asaba during the Biafra war? 3,100,000 and something Igbos were killed in the Biafra war. Are those Igbos from Asaba? No. So, Asaba massacre now you take they justify, say, make Anioma State not join southeast. Asaba of Asaba not get any tangible reason for Anioma State not to join southeast. He not get any reason. He just playing politics. Some Asaba people, they don't know these things. Instead, Obi Anye Kuge, Asaba of Asaba Kuge, Anioma join the southeast. Few days ago, Asaba chiefs and their youths went to the governor of Delta State protesting that Asaba should remain the capital of Delta State. But when una Asaba they talk say make Anioma State not join southeast, none of una tell una Asaba say wetin be una interest na make una hold the capital city, whether Anioma State dey for south or southeast. The capital city should be your interest. But instead, una not talk. Now una dey protest say make Asaba remain the capital of Delta State. Delta say Sheriff get power to keep the capital of Anioma State for Asaba. With the way una Asaba they do, capital of Anioma not supposed dey for Asaba. Asaba of Asaba na divider. You not like unity. You don't have to separate people. So capital city not supposed dey for the town of such a person. Some kings for Ikala now they support Okowa. They no one join southeast. Even when so many of those kings, their ancestry is from Muri. They speak Igbo language, Igbo culture and tradition. Everything about Ika people is Igbo. Yet, so many of them are following Okowa. Anioma State agitation that started since 1938. We stay for Western region since 1939. 1963, we joined Midwestern region. 1991, we joined Delta States. Now for 2025, make we get Anioma State join our Southeast brothers where our kings since 1938. Kings like Obi of Abo, Obi of Iseluku, Obi of Idumujono, Obi of Abo, and many others. These people were clamoring for Anioma people to have a state and join the southeast. Today, Asaba of Asaba, where they say they never born them during that time. come today they talk say make Anioma State remain for south. So many kings in Anioma land wants Anioma State to be actualized as zone to the southeast. Kings like Obuz of Ibuzo, Obi of Idumujono, Ugwani of Okpanam, Obi of Obompa, and so many others. Anioma stakeholders that are following Senator Nwoko, all of them talk say they don't want to make Anioma State join southeast. Say they against the zoning of Anioma State to the southeast. For that meeting, now waiting there they talk. All the local government chairmen for the 9 local government with Anioma, all of them they support Okowa because Okowa is their principal. This is why I said that politics is a very dangerous thing. The poverty where they this Okwane land where we did so. Now these politicians keep Okwane land backward so. Some politicians from Okwane land are supporting Okowa against Anioma State creation and the southeast zoning. Forgetting that Okwane people now then they suffer pass. But because of him interest, because of the interest of Okowa, say Okowa won't be the Oga Patapata of Anioma land, then they fight the zoning of Anioma State to the southeast. Okwane people, they backward, then they suffer for that place. Some Okwane people when not get sense, they support this thing Okowa, they do so. Say we not want just artists, we not be Igbo people, we be Igala people, we be Bini people, we be Areba people. People that are speaking Igbo language, they don't say they don't want to join southeast. All job going where all these politicians from Anioma land that are against the zoning of Anioma State to the southeast. History will remember you people as those people that are against the zoning of Anioma State to the southeast and are against the creation of Anioma State. Because your agenda is not even for Anioma State to be the southeast or south. Your agenda is to frustrate the southeast and to frustrate Senator Nwoko for them to give up on the creation of Anioma State. All this one that they do now, nothing else go they look us, they talk say, you know, see Anioma people, Mumu people who don't know where they belong. They go they mock all this our politicians when no one make Anioma State join south, they go they call them Mumu. If to say now not now, all these disagreements where they happen, so you know we hear them. All of them get one mindset, they get one agenda. If to say Asaba of Asaba not they against the zoning of Anioma State to the southeast, as they thought say they won't move the capital, come on for Asaba. We self we go there against them. We go to talk say make the capital dey for Asaba. But because he's against it, that is why we want to make it come out for Asaba, because capital city not supposed to for the community of such a person where they against Igbo unity. When no want to make Anioma and their southeast brothers unite. These people are only trying to frustrate the southeast, make southeast give up on Anioma. They don't want Anioma State to be actualized. That is what they are doing. Those Anioma people that are supporting Okowa and his boys, you people should know that if there is any time in the future that a state should be created for south people will never choose Anioma State. Warri State is there, Ogoja State is there, Esan State is there. So many people in this south want a state. So make una know the feel say in the future if they want state for south, say na Anioma go take that slot. Anioma will not take that slot. Many of una not get sense. Now why they tell una this thing? If for example in the future that a state wants to be given to the south to make it 7 states, mind you, the southeast will be demanding for another state to balance their region, 7 states also. Now if southeast people get one more state making their region 7, south people will not allow Anioma to be the 7th state in the south, because south people will be feeling that southeast where be Igbo don't get one more state, south not go get another Igbo state which is Anioma. Sure now they see wetin dey happen now. They not go agree. Instead, other tribes where they go want to get that slot in the south. So if we lose Anioma now, we will never get that Anioma State in the future. See when our ancestors start to agitate for Anioma State since 1938. Calculate and reach now, make you know how many years will it be. It's 87 years now. 87 years. Now we won't get the states. Those politicians from Anioma will not get sense. Start to the fighter. Like I said, if you are from Anioma and you are against the zoning of Anioma State to the southeast, no state will be given to Anioma people if the south is demanding for a state to be created in the south. Because they will say that when you people were given the opportunity to join your southeast brothers to have a state of your own, you people said no. So now it's their own turn to have their own states. So no they think say Anioma people will get their own state in the future, join south. It's not possible. So those people that are asking questions saying why they go comot the capital city from Asaba, why they go join part of Southeast, you people should know now that the Southeast are protecting their interests, so that if Anioma State is being naturalized for Anioma people alone, Anioma people will not put it in the South. Nigeria politics cannot be trusted. So they add part of Southeast to take hold Anioma, make Anioma State dey for Southeast. We must not give up on the creation of Anioma State and the Southeast zoning. Let's do everything possible and make sure that Anioma State is being actualized and zoned to the Southeast. If you are from Anioma and you are against the creation of Anioma State and the Southeast zoning, knowing today that you are an enemy against Anioma State creation. Those politicians from Anioma that are against the zoning of Anioma State to the Southeast, they wrote a letter to the federal government telling them that they don't want Anioma State to be part of the Southeast. Just see rubbish where they write. I not say so many of them not write this thing from their heart. They are writing it for the sake of their pockets. They are writing it for the sake of what they are getting from Okowa. We know say all of them are boys to Okowa. That's why they mumu all this is where they mumu so. History shall remember all of you. And una children go call una name. Say, now una nine separate them from their brothers in the Southeast. Don't think that you are fighting Igbo unification. Igbo unification not ever stop. We must preach Igbo unity till our Anioma people go embrace their Igbo identity. So all this is what they do now, waste of time. Igbo unification continues. Anioma State must be actualized and zoned to the Southeast. And there's nothing any politician from Anioma that is fighting the creation of Anioma State and the Southeast zone can do about it. Ishiagwale.